Have you ever really stopped to think about how we talk about the things we love to do? From playing sports to collecting stamps? Well, it turns out the English language has this surprisingly simple system for all our passions. And in this explainer, we're going to break that system down and see exactly how it works.
So before we dive in, just take a second. What's your thing? What do you do just for the fun of it? Is it something active, something you do with your hands, maybe something quiet at home? Whatever it is, just keep that hobby in mind as we go.
All right, let's get into it. Now, you might be thinking there are a million different hobbies out there, and you'd be right. But what's so cool is that they can all be sorted into a really simple framework.
That's right. The entire universe of things we do for fun, from running a marathon to building a ship in a bottle, can basically be boiled down to just 4 main groups. So let's see what they are. And here they are: doing, making, collecting, and learning. That's it. Seriously. Everything from gardening to learning a new language fits neatly into one of these 4 buckets. It's kind of crazy how simple it is when you organize it like this, isn't it?
Okay, so we've got our categories. Now let's look at the actual words we use. You can think of these as the building blocks for talking about our interests. And believe me, English has some pretty specific and interesting patterns here. Let's start with that first big one, doing things. This is where a lot of the action is, literally. But have you ever noticed we don't just use any old verb to talk about these activities? No way. There's a hidden system at play that we all use without even thinking about it.
And this is where it gets really cool. Just look at this pattern. We instinctively say go jogging or go surfing for things that end in ing. We say do yoga for individual practices, and we say play basketball or play the violin for sports and instruments. It's this unspoken rule that gives our language a clear, predictable structure, and most of us don't even know we're following it.
Now, for the other categories, the language gets a lot more direct. We just say what we're doing, right? Making models, building dollhouses, or collecting things like coins or stamps. The verbs here are simple and super descriptive. They tell you exactly what the hobby is all about.
So we have the categories and we have the vocabulary, but what's the grammatical engine that powers all of this? What makes it all work? Well, it's a tool we use every single day, and it is perfectly designed for talking about our routines and our hobbies. It's the present simple tense. You should think of this as the official tense of habits and routines. When you say, I play basketball, or she collects stamps, you're using this specific tool to show that this isn't just a one-time thing. This is a regular, stable part of life.
And this example just nails it. The present simple isn't just for our hobbies, it's for undeniable general truths. Things that happen again and again, without fail, just like the sun rising. It gives our habits that same feeling of being a reliable, recurring part of our world.
So here's the key takeaway. Whether something happens every single day, every Sunday, or even just once a year, the present simple is our go-to. It's a little signal that says, hey, this is a regular part of my life. And that's exactly what makes it the perfect tense for talking about our hobbies.
Okay, so how does this tense actually work? This table breaks it all down, and you can see how clean the system is. For a positive sentence, the verb is simple for I or you, but, and this is key, it gets an S for he or she. And if you want to make it negative or ask a question, you just bring in do and does to do the heavy lifting for you. It's all very logical.
Now, if there is one golden rule to remember for the present simple, this is it. That little S you add at the end of the verb when you're talking about he, she, or it. It might seem like a tiny little detail, but trust me, it is the absolute key to getting this right.
And seeing it side by side like this just makes it all click, right? I play, but she plays. We collect, but he collects. It's like you're flipping a tiny grammatical switch to signal that you're talking about someone else's routine, not your own. One small letter, one big rule.
So we've gone deep on how we talk about hobbies, but let's zoom out for a second and ask a bigger question. Why do they even matter? I mean, it's not just about filling up our free time. There's a real personal payoff to these routines we build for ourselves.
And the benefits are pretty amazing. A calming hobby like stamp collecting can actually reduce stress. Something creative like making models literally fosters creativity. And just think about gardening. It teaches you deep lessons about patience and responsibility. After all, if you don't water the plants, they die. Simple as that.
And that's really the ultimate point here. Hobbies are so much more than just fun and games. They're basically teachers in disguise. They teach us patience, responsibility, creativity, They contribute to our personal growth in ways we might not even notice. In short, our hobbies really do help shape who we are.
So let's go all the way back to the beginning. That hobby you thought of, beyond just being fun, what's a valuable lesson it has taught you? Really think about it, because understanding that is every bit as important as knowing how to talk about it in the first place.